Ta-da! Oh boy. So, there it is. Show you more in the daylight. Check the drip line and stuff like that, the condensate. Show you what's going on. The dog has been trying to get through here, so I had to stop him, filling it in with cushions right now. Put the skirting back in, but of course it needs to be cut to fit, and he was just knocking it down, so here's what you got. He's freaking a thunderstorm. But here we go. It's much quieter. It's much quieter than the original carrier unit that we had. As you see, the different ways I use to install it. DIY. I'm 57 years old. I did use a much younger body to help me with the duct work, which I'll show you more in the morning. And of course, just the urgency of getting it done, since it's in the 90s here in Northwest Central Florida. It's just imperative to get it installed, because again, the old carrier unit went up Thanksgiving of 2025, and we were able to get along this far. Actually, the last few weeks have just been almost unbearable with the heat. A little 5,000 BTU unit in the window in the master bedroom, and that is enough to cool that room when the door's closed. But it's not enough to cool 550 square foot or 600 square foot, however much this mobile home is. However, this unit is. And once we switched it on, it was 85, 90 degrees inside, and it dropped about every 5 minutes. It dropped the temperature 1 degree. And has been the flow rate, the cubic flow rate is vastly improved. I mean, it's blowing out the units, and it's almost blowing the registers out of the floor. There's so much air flow, which is fantastic, and I think that's a combination of a new unit and also the ductwork upgrades that we did. We did realize when we got in there that not only was there holes in the flexible duct that was installed, but there was also an unnecessary spacer, which I don't know where it is right now, but there was unnecessary like 6 inches of space, and that spacer that was put on there caused the flexible tubing to actually kink. So it was restricting the flow, which is the discharge of the unit into the house. And it's been that way since it was installed, which is a shame. But now we have hard ducted it. The discharge of the unit is a solid 12 inches. I mean, solid duct 12 inches straight out of the unit. As you'll see tomorrow, it's got a 14-inch adapter that immediately necks down to 12 inches, and then there's a 4-foot run straight, which goes into another 12-inch 90 that goes up and connects into the main ductwork, where there's a flange that goes into the square ductwork of the house for the discharge. Now, the inlet from the house, the filtered inlet, is an oval unit inside. It's 13 inches wide and like 10 inches. It's oval, but it's enough to fit the 12-inch duct. It's flexible duct. You just have to kind of manipulate it and squeeze it just right to get it to work and fit on there. And we were able to do that. Put the inner lining on, tape it with the metal duct tape, and then put the outside on, and then we were able to actually put a metal stainless steel pipe clamp on it. Really big pipe clamp. Squeeze that on there, and then that came down to the other, when you saw me take off the 12 to 14 reducers, that's basically what we used the flexi, was just to do the 90, and then it goes into that, and then we use the 2 straight elbows to get into the back of the unit. We'll revisit that in the future, but at this point it's functional, it's working, it's quiet. Yay, it's cold. And ideally the whole ductwork would be hard, because even after we installed it with the dog and his fear of the thunderstorms, he went jumping right over top of the flexible 90-degree bend. And we looked, it didn't seem like his claws ripped the outer lining. But you know, it's just a matter of time if that's where he's gonna go, or somebody's gonna go over there and just chew into it or whatever. So best case is everything's hard ducted. You know, I've got this piece of 14-inch solid still sitting here, and we can definitely do some, you know, come out 14, go into the house, do a 90, come over, and then do a 90, and then come up and come right up to it. And then the only flexible unit is, or if I can't bend it, that's what we were trying to do before, was trying to bend the adapter, and it just wouldn't. Now maybe if we just used a straight piece of pipe, then we could get that to bend and go over it. And if we use the 14-inch pipe, straight piece, then I don't have to bend it at all, because the inside's 13 and I just have to seal it. So it's a bit of sealing it. But the point is, thanks for following along. Sorry you missed all the points. I'll point it out tomorrow as to what we did and how we did it. But again, this is a DIY install. I got this unit off of HVACdirect.com. It was $3,500 with the adapters and the heating unit for their Memorial Day sale. I got it like last week. It took a week in the mail. It shipped from Albany, Oregon, all the way. I watched it move along. Then you saw it get here on that truck and get unloaded. So you can do it with the proper application of leverage. Okay. And I could have done this too by myself. It just would have taken so much longer, and I would be so much sorer, and yeah, it would take me days to recover, because even today it was 93 degrees while we were working on this with a real feel of 108, and I was holding the umbrella, I was holding the shade, but to try to stay in the shade. We got it done, and it is so wonderful, really is. So hey, thanks for following along me replacing the old Carrier 2.5 ton package unit, and I'm actually going to try to do some upgrades on that. We might replace the compressor and see if we can get it working, and we'll use it in a different building in the future. It'd be great for a shop, keeping a shop cold. And now that we know that the ductwork was messed up, that unit would blow so much better. It's going to be amazing. I was thinking I might try hooking it up to geothermal. Yeah, and use it in a greenhouse. But we'll see. We'll see what the future holds. Thanks for watching. Thanks for following along. Thanks for being here. You know I love you. See you in the next video. Bye. Oh, my name's not Brian, by the way.